A day in the life of Valeria. Valeria is a beautiful 12-year-old girl who has a passion for dancing but never dared to dance in front of others. She danced in her room when no one was watching and dreamed to one day be able to shake all of her fears and shyness and dance in front of her parents. What would they say if they saw me dancing? I think I may have talent. I've been watching all of these YouTube videos, but would I ever be good enough at this? Would I ever be good enough at anything? I mean, I don't even know if I'm good enough for my parents. Now that I'm in Canada, I feel like everything has been taken away from me. My friends, my beloved family, and now where is my actual family? I mean, my parents would never understand me, and I don't even know if they love me. Valeria, get up. It is time to wake up your siblings, and you know that it is your job to get them ready for school. You are their older sister. Hurry. I wish I wasn't so scared of my mother to tell her no, but I prefer to obey her, or else she could hurt me. One day I will move out and be as free as the ballerinas are on YouTube. My parents' oppression can just be temporary until I grow up. Oh, time, please pass by quickly. How many times do I have to tell you to close the sink all of the way? Lucia yelled. Always, Mama, but I did it last night, I promise, replied Valeria. Seems like one lesson is not enough for you, huh? Do you want some more lessons? The sink was not completely closed and there was some water running here last night, I assume, Lucia exclaimed. Mama, I truly don't know what happened. Maybe it was me. Maybe I just forgot. I'm so sorry, Mama. It won't happen again. I'm gonna teach you to never forget. Come to the kitchen. Now, Lucia exclaimed once again. Valeria did not want to go to the kitchen because she knew that her mother was going to punish her for the silly mistake that she made. So she tried to run away by locking herself in her bedroom, but Lucia blocked the door before Valeria could even close it completely. Lucia grabbed a nearby t-shirt that was on Valeria's bed and hit her hard in the back 3 times. Valeria cried and then was left alone in her room once her mother left. A few minutes later, Mario walked in towards his sister. Valeria, come, the school bus is about to leave. You're coming to school, right? Little Mario asked. Valeria wiped her tears and hugged him. Let's go, she said. After Valeria dropped Mario off at his classroom, she said to herself, oh, not school again. I'm so scared that no one is going to like me. I hope that at least one person is able to see me for me. I'll do anything to please them so that people will like me. Valeria sat down at her classroom spot. Valeria, could you please tell us what the answer is to question C? Her math teacher asked her. Everyone was staring at Valeria, waiting for her to answer, but Valeria only entered into anxiety mode because she had no clue what her teacher was even talking about or how to answer the question. Sorry, teacher. I don't know the answer, Valeria replied nervously. I guess some of us should quit the daydreaming. This is school, not relaxing time, said Valeria's math teacher with a harsh tone of voice. And this goes to anyone who is not paying attention to class as well. Thanks to Valeria, I want all of you to repeat the exact same exercise, demanded the teacher to the whole class. Everybody looked at Valeria with anger. Wow, I do nothing right. First leaving the water from the sink running and now not being able to concentrate in class. Everybody at school must hate me. I can't even concentrate in class right now because I don't even know how to stop thinking about all the worries that follow me around every day. I don't even know how to manage my own mind. I must deserve all these punishments. I probably deserve all of that humiliation because I'm so stupid, Valeria thought to herself while she tried to concentrate on the math exercise. The next class went on and Valeria was feeling relieved because it was an art class and she probably was not going to be asked any questions. However, when recess came, some of the boys from Valeria's class approached her. "Hey, nice job there in class, you big dummy." The answer to the question was so easy. Literally like 2 plus 2. But I guess you wouldn't have even understood that, right, dummy? Valeria couldn't help but ran away from those boys in the washroom crying. "Not having a good day today, huh? Don't worry. I heard what those boys said to you. They are the ones who are stupid. Don't even listen to them. Here, try your face with this." The girl handed Valeria a tissue. This was Catalina, a Colombian girl who had lived in Toronto for 5 years with her family. Punishments were not allowed in her family. Her mother was a psychologist and her dad is a doctor. Together, they had decided to raise Catalina with consequences and discussions rather than physical punishments. They understood that physical, verbal, and emotional punishments were very common in South American families, and they have seen the negative consequences of them in their own patients. They did not want their child to suffer from those consequences. Therefore, Catalina is a very loving, compassionate, and merciful child because she reflects on the love that she has received from both of her parents. Valeria felt shame that someone had seen her cry, but thanked Catalina for the tissue. Why is she being so nice to me? Why would she want to be playing games with me? First being nice, and then betraying me? I don't know if I can trust anyone at this school. What? Right? My name is Catalina and I was born in Colombia. I also speak Spanish. Do you want to hang out with me at recess? I can introduce you to all my friends, Catalina asked excitedly. Valeria agreed with caution, but as soon as Catalina started speaking Spanish, Valeria felt like she was back home in Ecuador. She felt relieved because she finally knew somebody who could speak her language, and it felt like she was home again. If Catalina likes me this much, it must mean that she sees something worth it in me. Maybe one of these days I could even show her the dance moves that I know. But all really slowly, because I feel so shy with my dancing. It'll take me time to show the real me. After recess, Valeria and Catalina returned to class together. Valeria was surprised because she could now concentrate better. She didn't have all of the rushing thoughts of worry running through her head. She even forgot how many tasks waited for her at home and how well she had to do them for her mom's sake. The rest of class went by and another school day finished, but this time the end of the day was different. Valeria felt hope raising in her heart. Bye, Valeria. See you tomorrow. Oh, and on the weekend my parents are going to have a barbecue. Maybe you and your parents could come too, Catalina exclaimed. Bye, Catalina. Okay, I will let my parents know, and maybe my siblings can come as well, said Valeria. Valeria wasn't too sure if the barbecue idea was going to be a good one, but she preferred to see her parents, especially her mom, meeting with people who could hopefully keep her in a good mood. Valeria arrived home with Mario and Mariana, her siblings, and served the table. A few minutes after her arrival from school, Lucia and Martin, her mom and dad, came home. Martin had picked up Lucia from work and they both had arrived together. Valeria was afraid to speak to her parents, but she gathered all the courage she had in her heart to speak during dinner. There's this girl in school who is from Colombia, and she invited us to a barbecue at her house this weekend, Valeria said shyly. Immediately, her mom slapped the table and shouted, "How many times do I have to tell you? Only your father and I can speak at the table. You are supposed to be quiet. I don't want to hear anything about your day. It's time to pick up the dishes and wash them. Can you at least do that right?" Valeria got angry and started to wash the dishes. She wanted to run to her room and cry, but she knew that if she did that, her mom was going to punish her even more. She went upstairs to her room and cried. "At least I will see Catalina tomorrow," she thought, and with that comforting thought, she fell asleep. However, Valeria's father, Martin, saw how much Valeria had been crying and spoke to his wife. "Lucia, look at Valeria. She cried herself to sleep. Don't you think you were a bit too harsh on her? I mean, look at the kitchen. It's all clean and the dishes are washed. Go and listen to what she has to say. Martin was also very strict, but he liked to be fair with the children, even though his idea of fairness many times was distorted with punishments, and there would be negative behavior according to his standards, or with rewards if there was good behavior according to what he thought was right. Lucia woke up Valeria, trying to do it gently, because she usually woke her up very harshly. Valeria, you did the dishes and the whole kitchen is clean. What was it that you wanted to tell me? Valeria was surprised to listen to her mom ask her a question, and she replied, I met a friend at school who is from Colombia and is inviting us to a barbecue at her house. She's inviting all of us, Mom. Could we go? Lucia thought about it for a few seconds and said, well, let's meet your friend first, and then after that we can decide. Go back to sleep. Valeria fell asleep with the biggest smile she'd ever had on her face. She knew that everything could change for the better, and most of all, she couldn't wait to feel more confident with Catalina to show her really cool dance moves. Valeria couldn't help but run away from those boys to the washroom crying. Nobody loves me. Everyone is against me. I wonder if there's anything I could do to get someone's attention. Would anyone even care about me? Valeria left home with a sadness and anger that felt as if it was consuming her. Instead of thinking of what she was doing, such as walking to her house and looking at the beautiful sunny day, she digged more and more into her feelings of worthlessness, loneliness, deep hurt, and anger. Soon enough, she reached home, and instead of serving the table like she usually would, she found scissors, locked herself in her room, and began cutting her wrist. After a few cuts, she felt better for a moment. Immediately, her sister called from the hallway. Valeria, it's time to set the table. I'm super hungry tonight. Valeria got up, hit her wrist with a thick band, and said, Oh, coming. I'll be there in a second. Nobody noticed the cuts on her wrist. She had covered them well.